Good morning, you precious folks of the Oaks. I like saying that. Wow, we have a nice celebration today. Look at everybody. We have a big birthday girl. We're going to be celebrating our dear Opal today. Yes, ma'am. And Opal, this first song is for you. We all know this song, and you guys, I'm challenging you to do all the movements, okay? So let's all stand and sing, I'm So Grateful. Welcome the Sweet Peas Choir, a little bit of them anyway. We all got our COVID tests.
We're so happy to be here.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me,
Yes.
gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me.
Let's feel it.
Gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before, gratitude before, gratitude behind, gratitude behind,
Gratitude to the left,
gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above, gratitude above, gratitude below, gratitude below, gratitude within, gratitude within, gratitude all around, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful,
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful,
I'm so grateful.
I'm so grateful,
I'm so grateful.
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 So grateful.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
We are so grateful.
I like that.
Test. Okay. It's working. That was caught me off guard. Good morning, everyone. How are you? How are you feeling? I love that. I did all the movement, Sherry. I did. I'm great. I caught on and I got it. I got it. Yes, I am. I want to welcome you to Unity of the Oaks. I am so grateful that you are here. You know, one of the intentions that we set for today's service is to deepen or awaken the feeling of gratitude in you. And I just want you to take a moment right now and just bring to mind one thing that you're grateful for. It could be the breath in your body. It could be the health of a parent or the health of a relative. It could be the completion of an important task or milestone. Just bring that to mind and hold that with you. What are you grateful for? That's what we're focusing on today. Gratitude is so powerful. I learned a long time ago that enough gratitude will make you float. And so if you're not floating, you're not grateful enough. Unity teaches progressive, inclusive Christianity in which we honor all people and all paths to God. That we appreciate what has been handed down to us through the ages from the Fillmores, but before the Fillmores, from Emma Curtis Hopkins, Mary Baker Eddy. We're grateful for that. And we honor all paths because we believe and understand that all roads lead to God. Whether you have joined us online or in person, we know that we are united through the oneness of spirit. There's just one. This feeling that you have right now, this feeling of joy, of just being in service together, being with one another, the feeling of seeing the Sweet Peace Choir. Is it Sweet Peace or Sweet Peas? Both. Yes. Okay. That feeling, that's that oneness, that's that life force. It's everywhere. You can't escape it. You can pretend like it's not there, but you can't escape it. It's everywhere. And so we are joined together. And so no matter where you are, no matter where we are, we can feel, we can hear, we can taste, we can touch, we can sense the presence and the joy and the life and the peace of God. And so I want to welcome everyone from around the U.S., but not just the U.S. We have friends that are with us in other countries. And I want to thank you for just tuning in. We are so glad that you are with us. You could have been anywhere, and you chose to be here. So today we're going to be talking about gratitude, and you're going to get to hear from some voices, some you've heard before, maybe some new voices on what gratitude means to them and how they cultivate gratitude in their experience. And for those of you that are watching from home, I want to encourage you to go ahead and share this service, invite someone to it. I'll be on there when I'm off camera, live chatting with you. Talk to me. Let me know what you're grateful for. In fact, go ahead and put that in the chat, something that you're grateful for. And again, we really appreciate you being here today. Let's take a moment to open this service. Would you pray with me? Father, Mother God, we give thanks for a powerful, transformational service of gratitude. We ask that this understanding of gratitude deepen in our hearts and that it then goes out into the world and transforms the world. That we agree to be your change agents for good in the world. That we bring this idea of universal oneness, of radical inclusivity, of love for all people, all paths, all people, all paths. We bring this idea into living expression in our lives. We reflect it in the ways that we deal with everyone. We bring kindness and gratitude to them. And I ask that this service awaken that in us in a deeper way. We're already those people. But what we're asking for is for a fresh awakening of that idea in us. I thank you, Spirit, for the music that's been prepared. I thank you for our videographer and our AV tech and all of the people that are part of putting together today, because we know that this is the spiritual art form that requires a volunteer army, and we give thanks for them. I thank you, Spirit, because I know that there may be people here today or viewing later that may be hurting. And I ask that this service be a reminder that you have not left them alone, that this everywhere present Spirit of absolute good that is genderless, that has no gender, but this everywhere present Spirit of absolute good is right there with them, bringing them the resources that they need to move through any dark space they may find themselves in. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I know you hear me when I pray. I know that this prayer is now taking on the tones of reality. In the name and the nature of I am, I allow it to be so. And so it is. And amen.
Yes. Nice. Woo, read that one in. I want us to stand again and sing this one together, Blessing to the World. I think you all know the words. And we decided it's the Sweet Peace Choir, but we are the Sweet Peas.
Sherry rules.
It's all about the love.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
One more time.
You are the heart, you are the hands, you are the voice of spirit on earth. And who you are, and all you do is a blessing to the world.
We're going to change it to we are.
We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
We are, one more time.
We are the heart, we are the hands, we are the voice of spirit on earth. And who we are, and all we do is a blessing to the world.
This time we're claiming it. I am.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world.
Again, really get in there and claim it. I am.
I am the heart, I am the hands, I am the voice of spirit on earth. And who I am, and all I do is a blessing to the world.
I'm a blessing.
I'm a blessing to the world.
I'm a blessing.
I'm a blessing to the world. I'm a blessing.
Sorry. I hit it with my finger.
I'm a blessing.
I'm a blessing.
to
I'm a
the
blessing.
world.
I'm a blessing.
I'm a blessing.
Yes.
Blessing. I'm a blessing.
Good morning. I'm your platform assistant today. My name is Paula, and I'm your platform assistant, and I have the announcements of what's going on at the church. You can also find this information in our weekly e-letter and our monthly newsletter that is mailed out. Contact our office if you need help receiving these or if you'd like to be added to our lists. Saturday, November 20th, join Tom Hollow in a drum circle here at church. Bring a lunch and fellowship with us at 12:30. The drum circle will start at 1 p.m. This is a love offering event. Remember, next week we go back to online services. And kicking it off is the New Thought musician superstar, Daniel Namod. Be sure to interact with us on Facebook Live at 10 a.m., or you can watch on our website or on YouTube. Online fellowship to follow afterwards. The link will be in the weekly e-letter. There are a couple of more times we will meet in person. We will be having an in-person Christmas Eve service on December 24th at 4:30 p.m., and a special service for the new year on January 9th. Pick up a flyer today or check in online for in-person events. Join us on November 24th at 7 p.m., the night before Thanksgiving, for the Conejo Valley Interfaith Thanksgiving service. Stacy will once again be participating in the annual Interfaith Thanksgiving service. Watch online as she joins other spiritual leaders for our community coming together in gratitude and celebration. The live streaming link is in the e-letter, or go to temple.elohim website. Please remember, today is the last day to pick up an Advent book. When we run out, or if you're online and want one, please contact the office at office@unityoftheoaks.org, and Tisa will email you one. We had 5 people share the Facebook link, shared Stacy's talk on embracing change from last Sunday. We want to thank those who shared. The way we share Unity of the Oaks and our message of positive Christianity is by sharing today's service, either by sharing on Facebook, a YouTube link, or word of mouth. And even if you're here in person right now, quickly jump on Facebook and share our service, or share our YouTube link when you get home. Remember, starting this week, our announcement videos will be released on Mondays on Facebook and on our website. Now it's time for our daily word with our prayer chaplain, Betsy.
Good morning. Today's word is grateful, and the affirmation is, gratitude fills my mind and heart. Gratitude amplifies my experience of the world around me and the world within me. As I live gratefully, I am ever aware of my many blessings. My grateful mind holds my sweet memories of beauty, plenty, and kindness. The longer I stay centered in the happy thoughts, the easier it is to focus on the good now. I remain in a blissful state of gratitude and welcome even more blessings. My grateful heart swells with quiet joy. The more grateful I feel, the fuller my heart becomes, until I simply radiate peace and happiness. I am grateful for all good in my life now, and for all good that is on its way to me. Grateful in all things, I truly am blessed beyond all measure. And from Psalm 145, verse 10, all your works shall give thanks to you, O Lord, and all your faithful shall bless you. And the word today is grateful. The affirmation, gratitude fills my mind and heart.
So blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Close your eyes and sing with us.
I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed.
Good morning. As we prepare for this time of meditation, I invite you to become still. Shift your awareness from the outer. Go within. Quiet any thoughts that may be racing through your mind. If you're comfortable, close your eyes or soften your gaze and center yourself. In this moment, we enter into togetherness. There is an awareness here that can be felt. We have taught that during meditation in the silence, there grows a collective spiritual consciousness. We join together by knowing we are one with Spirit right now. As we sit quietly breathing in and out, we listen for the still, small voice of the Divine Spirit, anchoring our hearts and minds in gratitude. Take a moment to acknowledge the power and the presence of God. God is greater than any circumstance, mightier than any condition. Be patient. Believe in Spirit. Know that when you trust in Spirit, your path is clear. Open up to Spirit, and your life will be filled with the things you desire. It will come to you easily and abundantly. Rest in this knowledge.
I believe in Spirit. I trust in Spirit. I open up to Spirit and let it flow.
We call forth your light, allowing it to fill us, to surround us, to flow through us. We ask for your light to renew and refresh us. We ask for this love, light, and compassion to flow out into this space. To all of us that are present and to those who are not here with us today, we feel and freely accept the gifts of Spirit and let the consciousness of thanksgiving permeate our being, saturate our souls. We allow a feeling of gratitude to well up within us as a constant stream of light. Our true nature is to know our oneness with God and with all people, to express abundance of love, kindness, joy, and unselfishness. Our true nature is to grow in understanding and to let the gratefulness and thanksgiving of God fill our hearts and our minds completely. As God's grace fills us and flows through us, we feel this magnificent energy.
I believe in Spirit, and I trust in Spirit. I open up to Spirit and let it flow.
Every good we have ever possessed or imagined is now magnified and multiplied. In all things we joyfully give thanks. As the Spirit of God reaches to the core of our being and into every facet of our life, we express joy and gratitude. Let us hold the word gratitude in our hearts and affirm you will be enriched in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion. And through us, your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. Corinthians 9:11. We know faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. We are truly blessed. We are grateful.
I believe in spirit, and I trust in spirit. I open up to spirit. Let my gratitude flow.
For the joy and the blessings of an attitude of gratitude. We now give thanks. Thank you, God. And so it is. Amen.
Let's pick it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm thankful for the morning that brings me a brand new day. I'm thankful for all the good that always comes my way. I'm thankful for all I am and all that I can do. Oh, sweet spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. Oh, I have gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I'm thankful for the little light that shines inside of me. I'm thankful for I can share it for everyone to see. I'm thankful for the joy and love, and all I know is true. Oh, sweet spirit, I can only thank you. I have gratitude. Oh, I have gratitude. I count my blessings every single day. I have gratitude. I have so much gratitude. There is only one thing left for me to say. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. I thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Test. Oh my goodness, it does it every time. Okay. You know what it is? The little light is missing. I'm going to deflect blame. I am so grateful for a service about gratitude. I gave you the thing that I said before, that enough gratitude will make you float. But I'll tell you where that comes from. In 2011, maybe 2012, I participated in the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer. And I was there as a part of a work assignment, and it was in Santa Barbara, and the way that it works, if you haven't done the walk before, is that it's a marathon on day 1 and it's a half marathon on day 2, and it's all walking. There's no running. You're not in a race with anyone. And so the first day I'm walking, and there were people stationed along the way because we're moving through residential areas, we're moving through commercial areas, we're moving through remote in the hills areas. But every time we would move past people, it'd be like a team of people like clapping and saying, thank you so much for walking. Kind of like maybe what happens on Veterans Day, thank you for your service. And it made me feel uneasy. Like I was like, thank you. I mean, one, I was here for work. I hadn't raised a dime, so I didn't have the same maybe intent that other people had because they were there walking for someone or for themselves. And I just kept feeling, odd. And then I remember, and I can't tell you when, but I walked, and maybe it was mile 14, let's say, that my feet were talking to me. But I felt so good I could have walked another marathon, right? And so when I went back to my hotel, and at this point I'm in seminary, so I'm just kind of new to this. And I'm like, Spirit, what was that? What was that experience? And that's when it was revealed to me, like, that's what gratitude feels like. Because I felt like I could float. And then the real revelation hit, which is, and that's what you should be feeling like if you're grateful enough. And that's when I realized that gratitude will shatter the atmosphere of where you are and turn what you have into more and make it better and sweeter. And that the way out of a dark place is gratitude, that it literally has that transforming power. And it's so powerful. So I'm so glad for you guys to hear from other people about how they cultivate gratitude in their experience, because I know that it's going to make a difference in yours. And just something as simple as keeping a gratitude list. It can feel like nothing in the moment, but really it's just to keep it going and don't break the streak. And I like to gamify it. So I have a little chart and I check off the chart. And something about that little mind hack makes me do it every day. And so I encourage you to adopt that in your experience. So you're going to hear from some of our lay leaders who have cultivated gratitude in their experience, and they're going to be sharing with you the things that they're grateful for, how they keep gratitude alive inside of them. And I'm excited for you to hear it, take notes, write things down, circle it, name some things that you want to remember, never to forget, because this is the thing that will change your life, that can change your life, and it'll change it faster than you think. So with that, I'm going to call our first speaker, Miss Rhonda Collier.
Thank you, Sherry. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Well, when I was first asked to speak about gratitude, the first thing that came to mind was, of course, that's easy. We have so much to be grateful for: our health, a roof over our heads, our family, a warm bed to sleep in, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Problem was, at that time, during a recent period in my life, I didn't have any of those things. Gratitude suddenly felt like a distant concept. Looking around at the wreckage, I tried to find the basics to be grateful for and was forced to reconsider, what exactly is gratitude? Looking back over life, it seemed gratitude was most often evoked during times of joy, celebration, and abundance. I'm so grateful for my new house, or I'm so grateful you're all here at my birthday party celebrating with me, or I'm so grateful to be sitting on this gorgeous beach. Oh, honey, hold that Mai Tai a little closer to the sunset so I can get a good photo for Facebook. This was what seemed that was gratitude. That's where you saw gratitude regularly in life. And yep, it's easy when you're looking at beauty. But what about the times in life showing you the not so beautiful side? While I wouldn't wish my circumstances on anyone, I was forced to dig deep to find that little girl within who always loves to make lemonade out of lemons. A life without any gratitude is just cold and bitter. So I decided to cultivate what I call micro gratitude. When the macro gratitude events in life evade me, like a shiny new Tesla, red, in case anybody's wondering. I was forced to break it down into tiny little things. I am so grateful I can walk to the end of the street today. I am so grateful that a beautiful little hummingbird paused in flight near me just to say hello this morning. I'm so grateful those cherries were so tasty. I'm so grateful that my sucky coffee doesn't taste so bad today. I make terrible coffee. And I'm so grateful the Dodgers won the world's, well, okay, right. That one will have to wait a little longer, but not that much longer. I even found myself contemplating my gratitude for electricity and the wonder of just flipping on the light. Just little things. I'm convinced now that the dark is the contrast that to the light that makes life so sweet. Don't be afraid of it. It can guide you and teach you, and it can even open your heart. You're forced to see your blessings disguised as events that you didn't expect or even want. If you can find gratitude for what pain has to show you, your gratitude for joy will be nothing less than explosive. So believe me when I'm telling you, I am so grateful just to be standing here in this loving, supportive community that came into my life at just the right time to foster and nurture the micro gratitude skills that I was developing. The teachings of Unity of the Oaks supports my faith in the good and in the light and helps that little girl within keep on making lemonade out of lemons. Pretty soon there will be birthday parties, tropical beach sunsets, and I will be warning you not to bump into my shiny red Tesla as you leave the parking lot. Thank you all so much, and keep looking for those blessings.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm going to talk about a few things that may seem to have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with each other. But for me, they come together in kind of a interesting way. So the first thing is that there is sand in my shoes. And the second thing is the concept of spiritual souvenirs and setting ourselves up to be able to pull upon experiences at a later date so that we can be grateful in ways that we might not be able to touch to in the moment. So the reason that there's sand in my shoes is that I was involved in a project that needed one final aspect of it to take place at the beach. And it was an interesting thing because when the sand got in my shoes, instead of like kicking my shoes off and getting the sand out, something in me just said, let it be there. Let it be there. And it wasn't until this morning that I put the shoes back on and felt the sand that I thought, why did I do that? Or what part of me had me do that to set myself up for this moment that I'm having now? And I thought, I think it's the part that knew that it was a good idea to go to the beach. Even though I was like, oh, the beach, there's going to be people. Oh, who's going to have a mask on? Oh, am I going to be able to be warm enough? Is the sun going to be shining enough? Am I going to have the experience that's enough of what I want? And in reality, there were parts of it that were part of what I was looking for, and there were parts of it that I was just relieved to kind of bring a project to completion. But the sand in my shoes touched me back to the fact that I live a half an hour canyon drive from the ocean. Right. That when I took that drive, I was in immediate, like just cloud cover and kind of gray and gloomy. But as I entered Canaan and started to curve through the canyon, the blue sky broke. And there's this moment, anytime you drive through any of the canyons that connect us to the ocean, that you see the ocean for the first time. And for me, that's always this reminder of vastness. And not just the vastness that's out there in the ocean, but the vastness that's in me. And that's something I've been forgetting about a bit lately. So the sand in my shoes, one concept. The other concept is this weird thing that I started doing after Oprah did one of her favorite things and announced Sarah Ban Breathnach's book, Simple Abundance. So I looked that up this morning, and that book came out in 1995. And I just turned 50, so what that means is that for half my life, I've been, at least conceptually, lending thought to having a gratitude practice that exceeds beyond the family dynamics and the Girl Scouts that my mom and I were involved in that had different things of ritual that include gratitude, but actually bringing that out of like a camp atmosphere where you go somewhere and you have a ritual and then you come out of that ritual and it may or may not follow you back into your daily living. So when Oprah introduced this book and this notion of like even just writing down 3 things a day can really be helpful, I thought, okay, well, I'm not somebody who tends to do the bare minimum. I'm either all in or I'm reserving my energy for what's to come next. And what I decided to do was kind of a word game with myself. So my mom and I love to play word games together, and I created a little nighttime ritual for myself where I actually run the alphabet in gratitude. I don't usually get to Z before I fall asleep. It's an alternative to counting sheep that actually, I think, from a neuroscience perspective, sets me up to have dreams that are akin to what I want to bring more of into my life. And I want to be honest, I haven't done this in a very long time.
Ruh-roh.
Exactly, rut-row. So when Stacy said, would you be willing to talk, part of me was like, no, because I haven't been doing the things that I know work for me. But then I thought, what a great opportunity to recommit and decide that, tonight I'm going to have a little Post-it note on my nightstand that says A to Z, and I'm going to see how far I can get. And even if I can only get to A, I know that that will serve me well. And I hope the idea might serve you well, too.
Thank you, Wendy.
I could do this by myself, but I love Jimmy to help me. So I just wanted you to know that. There's many things in life that I'm thankful for, and I'm so grateful for all of it. However, I have to admit that there are some things in my life that wasn't so great, and I wasn't grateful for the lessons at that time. However, I am grateful for how I use those lessons to be the person I am today. I'm sure that a lot of people have several different things that they're thankful for, and they have different reasons why they're thankful. I'm thankful for Unity of the Oaks community. When Paula would come down and be the guest singer, I would always come with her because I was her roadie. Been that for 22 years now? And I was so grateful for the welcoming, the openness of the members of Unity of the Oaks. And it permeates every Sunday, that love, that joy. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Gratitude to me is a quality of being thankful and showing appreciation. It is a mindful acknowledgement of all that I have been given. When I focus on the abundance in my life, I discover a greater capacity for generosity, cheerfulness, and commitment and contentment. I say that gratitude is an attitude, a response of thankfulness. To me, gratefulness is a source of strength. The teachings of Myrtle and Charles Fillmore has taught me that expressing gratitude is a rewarding habit that affirms the grace of the giver. Gratitude opens my heart and magically frees me from jealously guarding my possessions. It lets me celebrate today rather than waiting for the next level of accomplishments or wealth. Being grateful has a power to change my mood almost instantaneously to positivity. Good feelings and positive energy arise when I start acknowledging what I am grateful for. Much like Reverend Sherry said, that you float when you are truly grateful. It is said that the first 17 seconds of any thought are the most powerful, and they create enough energy to start activating what we are thinking to come into our life. This is exactly what unity and the law of attraction teaches. Quantum physics applied to positive thinking states that the vibration of thoughts affect and modify the reality around us. It generates good vibrations, just like the song. Again, unity teaches and reinforces these facts. I have created a shift in my thoughts and mood when I reflect on what I'm thankful for. It is a reminder that one can always find reasons to be glad, even in the darkest of times. At times, I have chosen to write a list, as Sherry suggested. I write down 10 things I am grateful for at the end of my day. This always puts me in a good mood before I go to sleep and helps me to welcome the next day with an open and grateful attitude. There are so many studies these days about the power of gratitude. Thankfulness can rewire the brain. Oprah Winfrey once said, "Be thankful for what you have. You'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough." So today and every day, my wish is that all the days to come be filled with thanksgiving. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.
Hello.
Hello, Betsy.
Okay, let me get to my notes. Hi. Having gratitude to me means to be aware of the goodness of others, all the people that are around you. And by being surrounded by God's awesomeness and the oak trees that we are under today, all of the grandeur and the beauty that is our world. I feel that we have to be grateful for our blessings. Each and every one of us has different blessings. Mine happen to be, I'm very grateful for running water. I can get into a shower and take a hot shower, and there are hundreds of thousands of people in other countries that can't do that. So for that, I am extremely grateful. For food, at my needs, and clothing and work, and my parents loving me so completely. I was one of 9 kids, and my teacher thought I was an only child because my mom, dad were very, very loving to all of us. So I'm grateful for my parents. In my life, gratitude encompasses that love of family, of my faith. I didn't even realize how much faith I had till my best friend gave me an angel wind chime that said faith on it. And I said, "Faith?" She goes, "Yeah, you are one of the people that I know has faith." And I went, "I guess I do." It just wasn't something I thought of out loud, I guess. And I am very grateful because gratitude sparkles in a smile. When you smile at someone that you don't even know, they might need that smile. And it makes you feel so good because they smile back. A hug. Oh, I don't know about you, but in this last 2 years, when you couldn't hug, it was devastating because that is one of the wonderful things God has given us is human touch. So I'm very grateful that we can hug again. My gratitude practice. I read the Daily Word every morning and about 6 other inspirational messages that I feel lift me up. I then take my telephone and I take pictures of them, I edit them, and then I send them out to about a dozen of my friends and family. And that's the way I pray forward what I receive. My gratitude to Unity of the Oaks is powerful. When Sherry said, "Come hear me sing at my church," it was about 9 years ago or so, I came. The message was very, very powerful, strong. I had read the Daily Word all my life, and when I stepped into Unity of the Oaks and heard the music and heard the prayer and heard the meditation, it felt like I was coming home spiritually. And it made a huge difference in my life. So thank you. Opal says, live each day to the fullest. And Opal is 99. She ought to know. Yeah. Absolutely. So to me, living to your fullest is giving yourself, all of yourself, to God, to your faith, to your family, to your friendships, to your work, to your play, to your rest, to yourself. Give your best and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Betsy.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, thank you. I don't have to tell you to be grateful. I don't have to tell you that you're going to float because you've already heard that from other people before me. So the only thing I can add to that is if you want to feel really good, here's a suggestion. Think of all the little things that you find that you use literally every day. You find in your toolbox, your kitchen drawers, your medicine cabinet, and just be grateful for those, even though they're considered mundane and ordinary. And I brought some props to show here. Here's just a few examples of things I was trying to find that we use in our everyday life. How about a coat hanger? For years, people just hung their clothes on a hook or put them folded in a shelf somewhere. But then in 1903, a man named Albert Parkhouse came to work. All the hooks were taken, so he couldn't hang his coat up. He found some wire and just messed around with it for a little while, wound it around so he could put his coat on it, and in just a few minutes, he came. So thank you for coat hangers. How about this? Band-Aids. Do you ever give thanks for Band-Aids? Used to be that Band-Aids didn't exist. Of course, you would just tie some cloth around your wound and hope that it was clean and tape it there. Before there was tape, you just had to sort of tie it on. I'm not sure how sanitary that was. Well, a guy named Earl Dixon was married, just got married to a nice lady named Josephine, and she was always sort of accident prone, so she was always cutting herself. So he was having to make bandages and wrap them around her and all that. So he got tired of that. He decided one day that he would just put a bunch of tapes down and put some gauzy cotton on them, and he cut them and made them in different sizes. So it was ready-made, and it worked really great. And guess who he worked for? Johnson & Johnson. Wow. So he went to Johnson & Johnson with this idea, and they liked it. They mass-produced it, and they thought, well, what do we call it? Well, we'll call it the Band-Aid. So thank you for Band-Aids. Okay. How about Kleenex? Kleenex was invented in 1924 by Kimberly Clark, and it was to wipe makeup off for women. But then people decided, a couple years later, they started telling Kimberly Clark, oh, we use it instead of a handkerchief. You used to have to take a cloth and keep it in your pocket, and you blow your nose and cough into it, and then you keep those germs in your pocket. And so now, I mean, how sanitary is that? So now you put your germs in this and you just throw it away. So thank you for Kleenex. Now I saved the best for last.
Good one, Jane.
Candy bars. For centuries in Europe, nobody heard of chocolate. It didn't exist. And then Columbus discovered America. The age of exploration started. They started bringing back all kinds of foods that were in the Americas that were not in Europe. They never heard of it. And one of them was chocolate. So it was bitter, but over years they realized sugar and milk and stuff made it better. But individual chocolatiers made it. So it was very expensive. Only rich people could afford to even to have chocolate. And then a man named Milton Hershey came on the scene. in, let's see, he only had a 4th grade education, but he, at 14, was apprenticed to what they call a confectioner. He learned the candy trade, and he came upon the brilliant idea of mass-producing chocolate. So he started his own business in 1876, and the first bar that he named after himself was the Hershey bar in the year 1900. So thank you for Hershey bar. So these are just a few examples. You can probably come up with more, like Velcro, pencils, ballpoint pens, safety pins. So look in your drawers and closets and see how much fun you can have finding just fun little things like coat hangers and Band-Aids and things like that. And that'll help you be grateful, which will help you be happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Jane. Are you going to eat that Hershey's bar, Jane?
Keep him more happy. I did bring some bite-sized Hershey's in a little bowl over there. So take some.
Thank you, Jane. You. Valerie.
Valerie?
Good morning. Happy birthday, Opal. Such an inspiration. We're so grateful for you. My name is Valerie, and I've been blessed to have the opportunity to be a prayer chaplain for many years here at Unity of the Oaks. I'm sorry I'm not always here at Sunday service. I have a lot of obligation. I'm so grateful to be the owner of Snapdragon Healing Center up this street, and I'm really, really grateful to see a lot of my grief group attendees here today. I believe that all parts of light and dark are a miracle. And as we sit under this oak tree and we see the lacy pattern on the ground, it would not be possible without the shadows. And it's been my privilege to be in the pastoral care path at Unity Village. I am an LUT candidate and have been so since 2010. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had here, to Reverend Molly, to Reverend Sherry, to this year especially my mentor and dear friend Stacy Macris Ross. We are developing a very deep and trusting relationship through this mentorship, and this wouldn't have been possible if I weren't on the Unity path. Judy Fergus, who was a chaplain at my little ministry up the street for a long time, thank you so much. Just so appreciate you. And my partner in crime, Costa Mantis, who will be with me later today in our coffee house of the heart, where we provide free classes for the community, poetry and things, just anything that we can think of from the divine mind of God. We make it up every week to serve the community in faith and love. Unity of the Oaks has been a nurturing ground for my Christianity since the day I walked in the door and took the 12 Powers class with Molly Rocky. Molly and I went through LUT training together. I'm grateful for all the many classes that I took with her and the extended classes. Lucy and Bobby and I went and took Reverend Leilani Burt's amazing prayer chaplain training in Arizona together. You should have seen the three of us, thick as thieves, on the plane and in the cars. It's like there's no barriers between any of us here because of the Holy Spirit, which resides deep within us. And we express that here at Unity and, throughout, our relationships that expand from here. My greatest experience at Unity was in my last week of leadership training. I was privileged to be able to go up and pray in silent unity. And that experience in the silence was the most powerful and palpable experience I've had to date. I had finished, the many years of training and graduated leadership that particular week, and then we went up as a small group, 4 of us that were in my little graduating class, and we sat Silent Unity. And if you've never been to Unity Village, it's, you know, the highest kind of point in one of the buildings. And I heard a small bell ring, and I walked into the room, and I sat in the silence, and it occurred to me that my beautiful daughter, who was deep in the throes of addiction, name was on the CD on the little table that I had called in 2 weeks prior, and that I was sitting Silent Unity for my daughter. Immediately, I was filled with the responsibility and the reverence for the silence of Silent Unity, for the silence, cultivating the silence, mastering the silence, the discipline that I had been in the silence each morning and each evening, and created different groups and availability for people to come sit in the silence. And that palpable silence in that room that day was the most powerful experience I'd ever felt. And I felt myself as a portal that God and angels could come through into this earth and answer those prayers. I was the doorway in that moment. And as I sat there and felt that revelation so deeply and so profoundly, I had the highest, utmost gratitude I had ever felt in my life. And I was high in the chapel at Silent Unity. That feeling has never left me. I have floated for many years since that. I appreciate that so much, Reverend Sherry. I have truly found my voice. I found God's voice at Silent Unity. I couldn't read the daily word on Sunday without my voice cracking, without being nervous, without being very self-conscious. And although I still feel meek and I'm grateful for it, that humility is a gift from God, and I'm so grateful for it. But the voice that I found was God's voice, and I'm so grateful to be that voice of God, to be the hands of God, as we sang earlier. I'm so grateful for the difficulties in my life that have brought me to this path of pastoral care. A couple of things I do to cultivate gratitude. When I'm feeling sad, I pick up a paper and I write 25 things I'm grateful for and 12 things I like about myself. I do this for 40 days, and I change it every day. I can't have the same thing on the same list twice. After 40 days, I find I've lifted myself through anything that's going on. I may not be smiling and laughing for some of the difficult things I'm walking through, but I can see gratitude in my life for the experience that will be fruitful from whatever happened in my life. Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance for things hoped for, and it is the evidence of things which are yet seen. And that is my gratitude, is my faith. Lastly, that daughter that I prayed for in that chapel is sober today and just took 2 years of sobriety on Friday night. So I know that God is so good, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm grateful for my relationships with everybody at Unity. I'm grateful for my relationship with the ministry of music here. I'm grateful for the prayer chaplains that I've prayed with, and I'm grateful for everybody that's always shown up for me. Thank you so much. Thank you, God.
So people keep saying thankful, grateful. Go, I wonder if there's a difference. So I looked up the difference between being thankful and being grateful. Found a couple of things that I resonated with. First, Henry Frederick Emile said, thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. Thankfulness may consist merely of words, where gratitude is shown in acts. Another difference I found said, gratitude is when we dwell on more than just the feeling of thankfulness. Thankfulness is the first step. We have to have that initial feeling to build upon, and we build upon it by redirecting our focus onto making gratefulness a steady part of our daily lives. So, when I think of gratitude and how it shows up in my life, well, it shows up when I look for it. And I often get too busy. And I often forget the little things about the hangers, and all that kind of stuff. It's really great. But for me, it's a conscious choice. First, I have to take a breath and look to see and find all the gratitude for the little things that I have in my life. I can write them down, and I become more calm. I become more understanding and compassionate. Focusing on gratitude, it gets me out of my head, gets me out of the crazy busy things, gets me out of my assumptions about people, about things that are going on in my life. And being in a place of gratitude is so heartwarming for me. It like I said before, it calms me when I take a breath and just go. And it shows up in how I am around others and how others, therefore, all around me. What a concept, right? So, sometimes I get overwhelmed with, everything that I am so blessed for in my life and all the people that I have in my life that I get to love and all the people that love me back. You should see me at the Thanksgiving table. Judy can vouch for this. When we go around and say what we're thankful for, I'm already crying before I get my thing. It's like, oh, I'm just thankful to be here. And so, in times of conflict or in struggle, want me to switch? Let's see. Want me to switch to this one? So in times of conflict and struggle, that's, I think, Rhonda said this too. That's when you really need to slow down and, instead of questioning, slow down and look and see the gratitude for the little things. And I was so grateful, as Wendy said, to be asked to do this. I go, me? Think about gratitude? But I loved it because it made me slow down and to really think and become appreciative of gratitude. When I'm at my best, I strive to move past that line of just having that thankful feeling and put it into intentional way of life, into words, into actions, and to come from gratitude. Here at Unity, it's my heart home. It's where I learned of spirituality versus religion. Because I never connected to religion when I grew up. I never believed what people were saying. I never understood the language of the Bible. And when I came to Unity, everything was spoken in simple words and everyday understanding. And it was so easy to grasp onto. And it really helped me to apply it to my life. As Judy said, and many others you said, I'm grateful for the fellowship here at Unity of the Oaks. I'm grateful for the support of others. I'm grateful to have been singing here for 500 million years and to continue to do so now. As many of you know, music and singing is what connects me to the Spirit. It's like a catalyst or a vessel that allows me to be open to hear all the spoken word and hear all the teachings, the messages. And I'm so grateful to God for giving me these gifts of musical talent, and specifically grateful to Unity of the Oaks for allowing me to share my gifts through song. Because it's not about the performance, it's about sharing my spirit and feeling the energy that goes out and comes back to me through the music. I continue to have this outlet, and for this, I am truly grateful.
Sure. I should have been the last one because this is my favorite subject. As most of you know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you again, it's my birthday month. And probably because I was born on Thanksgiving Day. Yes, my mother called me her little turkey. And I thought I was related to the turkey family when I was a child. Very confusing. But maybe because of that, honestly, cultivating gratitude has been like my job in life, my purpose in life. It's something that I know is mine to do. And for that, I am so grateful. I mean, I start every morning with, "Good morning, God," in the mirror, and I say, "Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here today." I'm just grateful to be here, number one. And so how do I cultivate that? Everybody has kind of said it, but number one is looking for the opportunities, because we don't always see them. And what's really happening with me, which I love, is when I have my little conversations with Spirit, or I ask for something in my life, or I make a change that's dramatic, and then something shifts in my outer life in order to make room for that. We really have that habit of going, wait, no, don't make that happen. Please don't have that happen. I mean, I have to share this with you. I'm so grateful that my little Henry Dog Jones is sitting in the car after his major surgery. And I was, very nervous about that whole thing. But I had this deep awareness inside that I had actually asked God prior to this diagnosis that he had, why he had an issue, why he leaked. Why did he leak? And then maybe 2 weeks later, I find out that he has a tumor. Okay? I have held this in my head. This is an answered prayer. Because somebody so close to my heart, something so close and dear to my heart, is my Achilles heel and my trigger for, oh, there he is, for, slipping into the rabbit hole and forgetting to be grateful every single moment. Those are the tests when something major happens in our life, or we've asked for a big job and big money, and suddenly we lose the job we're in. Well, how are you going to get that big job and that big money if that didn't happen? So being able to be in that moment and see the opportunity for growth, and see the opportunity for healing, and see the opportunity for change, and to bless every single thing is really, for me, that's the trick, and it's not always easy. I do remember the movie Pollyanna, and I identified with her. I wanted to be Pollyanna, so I hope I have achieved that. And if we look for those opportunities, it gives us less time to worry and less time to, be frustrated or complain about anything, because we're having to concentrate on something that shifts us. Number two is I try to see everything as a gift. I think we've sort of kind of already related that. And as Reverend Denise Schellick says, and I love her for this, what's before me is for me. So there is a gift here, and I just look for that gift. Number three, I practice, because you can't really get there without practice, and mine is journaling, or getting up, like I said, looking in the mirror and speaking words of gratitude to myself. I do it every day. And number four, it's kind of what Wendy was talking about a little bit, the pearls. You take that sand that gets in your shoe, or you take that difficulty in life, and you turn that into your pearl, and you make pearls out of all of it. It's Rhonda's lemonade. That's what I think of, my pearls. So there's only one more thing I want to say, because I know I could stay up here all day. That Unity opened my eyes to something that I think is really special, and that is the statement that Paul says that in all things give thanks. It's very different from how I learned it as a child, because I learned it that, it was more like, no matter how difficult things get, we need to give thanks, because we're going to get our just reward when we get to heaven. So it was a different vibe than what we've learned at Unity. With Unity, it is, we're not obligated to give thanks. God doesn't care. God can't help but love us, because it's the nature of God, right? So it's really not about that. Eric Butterworth said, Thanksgiving is a causative energy. It keeps you in an awareness of oneness with divine flow, and that is it. In other words, no matter what is happening in your life, no matter how things appear, what lack or problem you got to deal with, when you can recenter yourself with gratitude in the present, and that ever-present divine flow just comes rushing in. And that's what happens when we have a grateful heart. Paul is talking about the importance of a grateful heart. Not just gratitude for things, but a heart that is grateful is a heart full of greatness. I'm reminded to live each day in the present, grateful for whatever unfolds, and by living in this way, I am transformed. Today I give thanks to God as the source of my supply. I bless each and every one of you, as a channel through which love manifests. And I'm grateful for you, Opal, as an example of that beauty and that grace and that divine love. Happy birthday.
Jerry.
We're singing, and everyone's invited to sing with us. Guys ready?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's look at each other and say it.
Thank you. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath I take, I'm grateful. I am 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 grateful.
I love that you're all singing.
I am grateful.
Now pick
I
a part
am
on this one and sing the part.
I am
Grateful.
I promise in this moment to keep my heart wide. With every breath
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you.
I promise in
Thank
this moment to keep my heart wide open. With every breath
Thank you.
I'm grateful.
Thank you. Sorry, guys.
Hello. Oh, hey, it works. I'm so grateful. So I'm Jimmy. I'm your board member on duty. That sounds like a pretty officious sort of position, doesn't it? It's a position of service that I'm very grateful for. So I'm here to tell you about giving. So on behalf of the board, I invite you to partner with us in our spiritual community. If what you heard today inspired you, we ask you to consider a gift to Unity of the Oaks. If you're online or want to give at any time, visit our website or text GIVE, and the information will be on your screen if you're watching online. If you're here in person with us today, a board member on duty, myself, we'll have a love offering basket right over there at our giving station. So thank you for partnering with us to bring spiritual, transformational messages to our community every Sunday. You are part of helping us to transform the world. We value and appreciate your gift. Join me now in the offering blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give and all that I receive, I give in love, and I trust God. And now with some Sherry's thank yous.
Wasn't that just remarkable? How do you feel? Good. Grateful. Yes, yes, yes. I love that that feeling was awakened in us because I know what that's going to do in our experience. I want to say thank you to everyone who helped us to set up and prepare for today. Tommy and Joey, our Sunday service setup team, we thank you. Rhonda, Melanie, Jimmy, Allison, our board members, our musicians, Sherry, Paula, Rick, and Tommy, and Tom. Did I miss anybody? And our sweet peas, Costa, Janie, Betsy, Sherry, Paula. Yay, 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 yay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Our platform assistants who have helped with throughout. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Our prayer chaplains. I feel like I'm naming everybody. Tracy, Susan, Melanie, Julia, Janie. That's what it is. It's everybody's name on this list. So let me go back. Our platform assistants, Juan, Layla, Betsy, Jimmy, Paula. Our child care, Riley. Woo, woo, Riley. Tracy and Brianna, yes. And also our administrative assistant, Miss Tisa Dixon. And I want to let you know that prayer chaplain Tracy will be over by the benches today after services to pray with you. Social distancing will be maintained, or if you prefer, you can leave a prayer request in our prayer box. That's right there at the giving station. And if you are online, please know that you can always leave a prayer request by going to our website. And I want to give a very special thank you to Jane Brown and Susan Hart for acknowledging Opal. Happy birthday. Yeah. Happy birthday. Should we sing? We should, but I think we have some goodies. Can we get the goodies? Yes. Now we can sing. Yes.
All right, let's sing it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Opal. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so this is for Susan Hart and Jane Brown. Will you please come forward? Thank you, thank you. You're very welcome. Thank you. Yes, we want to acknowledge you and all that you have given. We are so grateful. Oh my God, gratitude feels so good. All right, now it's time for us to join our hearts together, not our hands, and sing our peace song.
You guys get to the mics. Come on, sweet peas. Lead us.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, this begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is grateful.
Grateful.
Thanksgiving.
Thank you, beautiful people. Great job, sweet Reese.
There you go, Jordan. All right.